Ever since the PlayStation Experience trailer, I took a huge interest in Snake Pass. Now, come release, and as I played through the game, a recurring thought kept frequenting my mind. It was as if Sumo Digital had been scanning my likings for years, and had subsequently gone and crafted a video game that ticked all of my boxes. A platformer where you're coiling, slithering, and climbing as a snake. Trust me, this is the video game that you never knew you wanted. In Snake Pass, you assume control of Noodle the snake, for obvious reasons, and together with his best friend Doodle the hummingbird, they must slither, coil, and climb up to the top of Haven Tor in order to rid their paradise of a clouded figure that is disturbing the peace. This climb is separated into 15 levels over 4 distinct realms, each encompassing one of the 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and wind. And in turn, every realm has its own unique set of trials to overcome. Boulder's Realm, for example, focuses on teaching you the basics of slithering and climbing, acting as a 4-stage tutorial of sorts. And you'll find that these skills are essential to tackling the challenges that lie ahead. You control Noodle's head by using the left thumbstick and can move forward with the right shoulder button. The left trigger is used to grip tightly onto whatever surface you've coiled around, and your friend Doodle can also help you through some tricky instances by picking up your tail. It will take you a few hours to get a grip of the controls, but each stage builds upon the last, and the difficulty scales up very smoothly to match this progression. With Yooka-Laylee being released into the wild in only 2 short weeks, I would like to think that 2017 marks the grand return of 3D platformers. And while unlike traditional games in the genre, Snake Pass definitely fits that bill. As weird as this sounds, Snake Pass feels like the snake-bodied love child of Mario and Banjo-Kazooie, from the gameplay itself to the deep-rooted collectible hunting. If you rush through the game, you can probably finish it in less than 5 hours, but if you do that, you're missing out on the whole point. Most of the levels I've played through have taken me around 30 to 45 minutes to complete. And while only 3 relics are required to progress to the next area, there are also 20 wisps and 5 gatekeeper coins to find and collect. The latter are by far the most challenging of the bunch and, in more than one situation, have led to a fair bit of name-calling. Now, the camera angles are an issue that I overlooked initially. The early stages allow for mistakes, and this issue is easy to overlook, but as I inched my way closer to the peak of Haven Tor, the camera angles became more and more unforgiving. These weird angles can also lead to a few infuriating moments as your actions won't exactly match Noodle's direction. Camera aside, you will not get far thinking like a human. Noodle is very impressive on a technical level, and Sumo Digital have gone as far as to advise players to think like a snake, making it the mantra of the game. Noodle is made up of 20-odd segments that seamlessly work together to provide that authentic snaky feeling. And the funny thing is, it works. Long gone are the boring straight walks to my destination. I am much happier now that I'm circling every lamppost that comes my way. The game's soundtrack is composed by none other than David Wise himself, a video game music icon and the man behind the Donkey Kong Country series. From the menu theme to the levels themselves, each area features a distinct track that plays around with the theme of the realm, as well as the environments themselves. You'll notice all these little extra sounds everywhere, like water dripping on bongos, wind chimes, and more that lend to the soundtrack itself. Now, you can usually tell when a soundtrack is good. When you've been humming the damn menu theme for the past few days, however, that's when you know it's exceptional. Overall, Snake Pass manages to recapture the nostalgia of yore with charming characters and vibrant vistas that are an absolute treat to explore. While not too heavy on story or content, the collectibles and the delightful soundtrack should keep you coming back for more slippery hunting. Snake Pass reinvents the genre with a game that is suitable for old and new, and personally I cannot wait to see what Sumo Digital does next with their fantastic new IP.